Well, Happy New Year, everyone! In the early days of January, this is the moment we start asking which EVs might actually matter this year. And many of you watching this channel have previously owned or still drive a classic Hyundai IONIQ. In fact, in a recent poll on this channel, 46% of you said you still drive one. And that matters because for years now, there hasn't really been a true replacement for this car. A couple of years ago, when I reviewed the IONIQ 6, I said something pretty simple. It's an impressive EV, but it's not the successor to the Classic Ioniq. It's too big, it's too wide, it's not a hatchback, and for a lot of people, especially in Europe, it's just more car than you actually want. So I did the nerdy thing of sketching what I thought this community would want for the real IONIQ replacement under codename IONIQ 4. The idea was pretty straightforward. You want a proper hatchback, not an SUV. It has to be sub 4.5 meters, so quite compact. We'd want excellent efficiency and a low drag coefficient. 56 kilowatt hours battery, so big enough but not crazy large. Charging that's good but not headline grabbing. And also, we didn't say it at the time, of course, we'd want the comfort, quietness, real world usability that in the main we got in the IONIQ. Basically, we wanted a modern version of the classic IONIQ. Fast forward to today, and Hyundai is preparing something called the IONIQ 3. Now, this isn't officially on sale yet, and a lot of details are still under wraps, but we already know enough to start connecting the dots since it was presented back in September in Munich. And honestly, it's starting to look very familiar. It is a hatchback, it is 4.3 meters in length, which is just right. I call that 56 kilowatt hours, but that's because efficiency matters more than sheer battery size, and we're likely to see two battery sizes like the Kia EV3, one of which is at 58. The Classic Ioniq was never about crazy peak charging numbers, it was more about charging well in the real world, and the Ioniq 3 is expected to use a 400 volt architecture, not the 800 volt system of the Ioniq 5 and 6, and frankly, for a car like this, it's plenty enough. Now for the big one, efficiency. The Classic Ioniq became legendary not because it was exciting, but because it was ridiculously efficient. We can expect the best here, given the head designer keeps speaking about how it was shaped for optimizing the drag coefficient both from the front and then on the rear with the spoiler and a lot of other features. It's less clear whether they're going to be reasonable on the size of the tires, and we know that matters, and also on weight, but at least they really worked on the aerodynamics apparently. So if Hyundai gets this right with the IONIQ 3, it could quietly become one of the most efficient EVs in its class, and that's why we loved the original, the Classic Ioniq. So there we have it, we're very likely looking at a car that meets all the criteria. There are still some big unknowns, so what will the efficiency be, what's the final pricing, the ride comfort is going to be quite important, the weight, and how much cost cutting, especially on the inside. Are we going to see the return of the Hyundai plastics, or are they going to make an effort? I don't think that the interior you can see here on the prototype is going to stay, yellow tinted glass and all that fancy stuff. That feels very prototypey, but hey, I could very much be wrong. So, if you're watching this and you still drive a Classic Ioniq, this might be the first EV in years that actually feels like it was designed for you. Let me know in the comments if you drive a Classic Ioniq or if you've driven one. Would that be the kind of replacement you've been waiting for? Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Have a great year and goodbye.